So welcome to part 2 of this vlog. We're still at Disneyland. Right now we're taking the back streets. Because over there, like all the way up there, but it's all busy on that side, so.
Oh my gosh, look at it.
I think so. I think we did Storybook earlier because right now it's crazy. Everywhere over here is crazy. We've avoided the crowds for the most part today, so. Again, welcome. Vlog continues. Fantasyland is not the place to be right now. Lines are crazy. Just feeling almost a little claustrophobic.
Look at all these people, guys.
Yep, too many people, sir. Too many people. Finally made it through. Going through some more back roads. Breathe a little bit. Alright, so we are about to hit this bad boy. Vlogging. We're about to hit. Come on, get on. The Haunted Mansion. This is another good one. Hopefully, I mean, wait, it said it's 20 minutes, but it's moving pretty quick. G's enjoying his popsicle. Hola, popsicle. There it is. There's the mansion.
Which offers you this chilling challenge to find a way out. Of course, there's always my way.
What way is that? Oh! Walk. See me, but here we go. We're going on the Haunted Mansion. Some of the ones I probably already put up in previous vlogs, so go ahead and check that out. And I'll probably put this up on Snap or Instagram or something. Here we go. Hitchhiking ghost! No! We don't want any hitchhiking ghosts!
And they'll haunt you until you return. Now is the safety bar.
Boom! We made it out. Safe and sound, all of us. Baby G, Mom, me. We all made it out of the Haunted Mansion. So here we go now. Not sure where the trip's going to take us, but guaranteed fun. That's all I know. So, on to the next one. So there is some Disneyland Drama. I'm not sure I'm going to get into it here. I'll probably talk about it when we go back to the hotel because we've spent a lot of time. I spent a lot of time in City Hall trying to get it all situated and everything, and I'm a little frustrated. They did everything that they could, and I'll tell you guys about that in a minute. But Disneyland Drama, very frustrating. So we'll talk about it in a minute. So what I was talking about was a little bit of Disneyland Drama. Alright, so we go into Haunted Mansion, right, everything's cool, Haunted Mansion's awesome, whatever. Then we come out. So we're walking over where we parked our stroller because we do have a stroller for GB. We go over, and first of all, my wife sees a, what they call an ECV, electronic, whatever vehicle, basically one of those scooters. So we go over, and it's at a weird angle, so my wife's like, what's up with this, you know? I didn't think much of it, you know, I just thought, oh, they just parked weird. So we get over there, and we find that the scooter is actually on top of our stroller wheel, the rear wheel. So for me, now that I'm thinking about it, what I was thinking was, well, let me get this off and let me assess the damage. Let's see how it was. So doing that, I took it off, and the wheel is bent, extremely bent, okay? So, you know, she's frustrated, I'm frustrated, we're not sure what to do. We try and find someone there, someone who works at Disney, so I go wherever I can. First of all, I find someone who's, you know, a custodian there or whatever, you know, they're cleaning. They say, oh, we'll go ahead and go over here, talk, see if you can find somebody or call a phone, whatever. So or use one of the phones they have over here. So I go over there. I find a few gentlemen at a podium. They tell me, oh, okay, well, you need to go over to City Hall. Talk to them about it. They'll be able to help you out. I'm there. Finally get to speak to somebody, because I had to wait in line as well. So I want to say it was more so like an hour and a half then, actually. So finally I get up to somebody. I talk to her. She lets me know, okay, well, you know, first of all, you're going to have to go ahead and go call this number, and they're going to be able to help you. That was a little bit frustrating because it seemed like, again, I'm trying to get pushed off to somebody else. It was kind of frustrating that they weren't going to help me from the get-go, it almost seemed like. Thankfully, though, the girl did go ahead and let me know, okay, well, here, let me go talk to my supervisor and let's see what we can do. But you are also going to need to call this number. So she goes, talks to her supervisor, and they say, okay, well, we can go ahead and give you a one-day rental for one of our strollers. Well, guess what? We're going to be here for another day and a half. How is that going to help? You know what I mean? To a certain extent. I mean, it does help, but, you know, she goes and she says, okay, well, I talked to my supervisor. She ends up, we're able to get it for 3 days. But through this as well, I had to fill out an incident report. And one of the things that was frustrating, too, is I didn't think about it, but she said, you know, we're not sure if it was a cast member or if it was a customer, which it didn't even hit my mind. And I hope it wasn't a cast member, because at the end of the day, that's kind of a big deal, you know. I would hope it wasn't a cast member, but again, at the end of the day, it was kind of a dick move on whoever it was. Maybe they didn't notice that they did it or whatever, but I'm not gonna lie, it kind of frustrated me to this point right now. Even you know, I almost feel like I don't even know if I want to go back, just because it's frustrating. It's extremely frustrating. You know, I spent a lot of time, you know, before all that I was very hyped and very happy to be there, ready to do everything. I was thinking to myself, maybe we'll be here all day or whatever, you know, because what we've been doing usually is we come home or come to the hotel, we'll rest a little bit and then go back. But that's not the case. It was kind of draining and very frustrating. At the end of the day, like I said, took over almost hour and a half to get this whole thing figured out, talk to somebody, and even then it's still not figured out because I still have to call a number for someone to talk to me and let me know what it is that can be done. Now I understand this isn't fully Disney's, you know, issue. They don't, at least we don't know. We don't know if it was a cast member or whatever. But it's very frustrating because, you know, somebody did it and we don't know who. And they're, you know, if it was Disney, then obviously, hopefully, I assume they're going to take care of it. They'll figure out some kind of situation. But if it was somebody else, then I'm sure they're just going to wipe their hands of it. Or, you know, a few notes here as well. We do have annual passes, okay? That's how we've been here a couple of times. But now our annual passes are coming up. This was technically our last go at this whole situation. So for this to happen at our last time here possibly is very, very frustrating. Extremely frustrating. I'm going to call this number, see what they tell me. Hopefully we can get something figured out. But definitely kind of ruined my day at Disney, I'm not going to lie. We'll see what happens. What happens when I call these claim people or whatever. So that was a Disneyland drama. Sorry it took a while. How's it going, everybody? Took a nap.
Daddy.
Had some food. Hold on, just a second. I had to think about it a little bit more, and I'm a little less peeved as I was before. But I don't know if I explained the reasons. I know I was talking a lot earlier, and it's probably all going to go in the video because it was very stressful. But anyways, the reasons why it was stressful is because, number one, we have a stroller. Again, G is... Now we don't have a stroller. That's the number one thing. We don't have a stroller anymore, but... Okay, hold on.
Bubbles.
I know what you do. In general, yes, it's just a stroller. You know, he gets tired. And again, he's heavy, so it's nice to be able to sit him down and just relax and us just push him around. We have a nice chest that fits nice and easy into the back of that stroller. Now we're not going to have that. I know that they gave us a stroller rental or whatever, but it's not the same as what we had. So there's that. And just in general, you know, as a parent, I guess, or as a person, just period, it's stressful that, you know, something like that happens. Obviously, whoever it was, I don't think they're ever going to come forward. To the young lady who helped me out at the City Hall, I believe her name was Emily, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I know it wasn't your problem, your issue, but you did your best to help me out. So, but in general, though, it does kind of ruin the Disneyland experience, right? It's one of those things where you go to a place like that and you don't expect to have those kind of issues or stresses, and unfortunately, things like that happen. And in this case, it happens. To tell you that I didn't put a damper on it a little bit I'd be lying to you. So I'm being honest with you guys and telling you that it did put a damper on it to a certain extent. So coming from me, I mean, again, some people might be saying to themselves, oh, that seems like so stupid to be upset about or whatever. But again, if you were in that situation, think about how you might react. And if you might react different, well, good for you. But again, at the end of the day, you know, it's a loss, you know, because the stroller probably is not going to work. I mean, we can try and fix it, obviously, but I don't know what all it's going to take. But it's obviously going to take money if we need to do that. That's the whole moral of the story, or whatever you want to call it. Again, it was just very stressful. You know, everything was pretty, well, it was a little hectic in the morning because there was a lot of people, but things were rolling along, and that was just kind of a speed bump in the road. Again, I feel a little bit better now, so we're going to go ahead and take G. We're going to go for a little bit, just hang out, and then we're going to come back and just relax. And that's another thing. See, I'd be able to just stroll him home from the shuttle or whatever, but I'm going to have to carry him, you know, and especially when he's knocked out. I mean, it's just like carrying just a bag of dead weight. God bless the little boy. And again, it's part of our fault. Yes, we feed him, but he's a growing boy. Boys eat a lot of food. Boys out there, men out there, you guys know, you know, we get down on food. Oh, so this is another thing here. What's wrong? Why are you upset? Where's your stroller?
It's not on the bus. Come here.
Because you're looking for another stroller? We gotta go rent one. So just for reference, that's what we would have had to pay for a stroller. If you could imagine. So just a little note there. There's a beautiful castle at night, so we're back into the madness. Rental stroller here in hand. We are back in the madness just for a little bit. Gonna try and see if we can get a couple rides or whatever, so let's go. The parade I think is gonna happen here in a second, but it's like we're at the parade on Main Street right now. Everybody's watching us go by. It's almost like I can wave my hand and say hey, but it's not for us. Anyway, so again, the debacle with the stroller happened. Now we're just trying to get to Fantasyland, get into Peter Pan, get into anything else we can get into. So that's the plan. Going into the castle, going into Fantasyland, Mom's running. There it is. The beautiful castle at night. So here it is, Fantasyland at night. Here's Peter Pan. We're gonna get on over here at some point, hopefully. Again, it's still crazy. There's a ton of people. There's a carousel. I believe Snow White is over there. So let's see where we get into. And Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. We're over here up in Fantasyland. This is what we're gonna get into. G's hanging out, walking with Mom. Oh, he's got my Mickey ears on, by the way. He has his Mickey ears, but he didn't want to wear his for some reason. So it matches with his attire. His ensemble right there. The red Mickey with the cheer shirt. There's his jacket. Zip down your shirt.
Unzip it. Unzip your jacket. Hurry.
With his Mickey shirt. Bam, bam. Alright. Hanging out with Mr. Toad. Hanging out with my wife. Toad. He's driving. Whoa, look at that crazy. Drive us, Steve! It's got real up in here, guys. It is hot up in this mug. Woo! Oh. Gee, you got us through, buddy. You did it! Woo! You did it! So we made it. G got us through the wild ride. Right, G?
Daddy.
What's up, dude?
And the boy said, but my mommy.
G got us through that wild ride. So thanks, G. Now we're going to go find something better to ride. Alright, so I meant new ride. Not better ride, but a new ride. So we're at Casey Jr. again now. Again, G loves the trains, so that's where we are. He also got tired of my hat, so that's what I'm wearing right now. Why not? Just got off Casey Jr.'s. I'm telling you, G loves the trains. I also heard that Walt Disney loves trains, so maybe he's going to be like Walt Disney, I don't know. If he turns out to be anything only close to him, maybe he'll make his own Disneyland, huh? Maybe. Anyways, then we're going to go over to Peter Pan now, finally. Right? No? Everything just looks so much cooler at night with all the lights on. I tell you, man, look at that. There's a couple bubbles in the air. The lights on the back of that castle. Awesome. And then the bell tower, right? Is that what that is? The bell tower over there? It looks cool, man. It just looks so darn cool. Anyways, here we go. Mom and G. Lots more rides. So we're in line for Peter Pan. I went and got G his bubbles. We were cost effective on this one. We just brought the same ones he had last time, obviously. So that's what he's got while we're in the line for Peter Pan. It's awesome. This ride is actually pretty awesome, which is obviously why there's a lot of people online. I don't know if I'm taking video. Hopefully I'll get to take video this time, but it's pretty cool. At least from a Fantasyland perspective, where everything is, technically small rides, with the exception of Dumbo. You get to fly on that. So on this one, you technically kind of get to fly. I'll take a little bit of video so you can check that out. See if that's cool. So if you haven't made it out here, come out here, check it out. It's pretty cool. In case I didn't explain it earlier, so again, the young lady, bless her heart, she gave us stroller rental, and then she also gave us what's called the fast pass, right, to Peter Pan. Here we go. Are you ready to go flying with Peter Pan? Hold on tight. What? The rest of you are gonna fall out? There's Peter Pan, Wendy, and the rest of the crew. Whoa! Watch your chin. We're gonna fly. Here we go. To Neverland. There's the city. We're flying, G, we're flying. Check this out, G. Rough landing, woo! So we got to do Peter Pan, obviously, as you saw. Again, awesome ride. If you've never been here, never been on that, you got to make sure you check that out. And now we're actually over here. You can tell that it's really dark, but we're going to go on the jungle cruise. Basically, you sit there, someone narrates a whole jungle cruise to you. But you guys are going to check it out. I'll take some of the video, because I don't think I've taken video of that yet. So we'll see if we can see anything. It's really dark and it's hard to see. We'll see what I can get, I think.
Over there's an Indo-Chinese tiger. We're able to jump over 40 feet, but it looks like we're only about 30 feet away, so he'll jump right over us. Yeah. And feel free to take as many photos as you like. They all have their trunks on today. I checked. And also my good old friend Bertha. She's been in the water for a little too long. No, that also was really cool. Goes to show you folks, if you stay in the shower for too long, you will turn into elephants, yeah. You're welcome, parents. Listen, these gorillas have taken over one part of the party camp tonight. They're calling all the shots. Can you believe what they did to that Jeep? It was so nice. Oh, man. Both are blowing bubbles and wiggling their ears. Oh, this doesn't look good. I'm gonna see if I can try to scare them off. Everyone, cover your ears. Yes, it worked. Scared him stay. You can tell by the blank looking at it. Oh, folks, what's this look like? It's some type of native ritual. I'll see if I can translate. You put your left foot in. You put your left foot out? What? I'm out of water! Woo! 1, 2, 3. taking out? Okay.
Alright, so got off of the Jungle Cruise. Now we're going to go to the hotel. So that's it for today. Before I go, I'll see you guys on the next vlog. So we made it to the shuttle stop, actually. All I have to say is that, let's end it like this. Before I go, thanks to that pre-Disney training I did for myself. Just having to carry this guy, all the walking. That's what it was all for. That's what it was all built up for. Before I go, get some rest. Baby G telling you. Before I go, keep training hard. G with the thumbs up while he's sleeping.